Hi guys, it's me Damacyboy, and welcome to a speed build video where I put together I believe it's called a Guardian from Robotech. The box says Jurwalk, but that might be the Macross terminology. I've never actually seen the original Japanese dub of Macross, or the original Macross. I've only seen a bit of the localized Robotech version, so I'm just gonna call it a Guardian. Anyways, so yes, this is a video where I put together a model of one of them, and if you'll see my lips flapping here occasionally, this is because sometimes I had company with me off screen while I was building. I think this time it was actually my sister who was sitting there chatting with me while I built this thing and recorded. Alright, and so I grabbed the box. This is a VF1S, which, so a Valkyrie, no, not a Valkyrie, pardon me, not a Valkyrie. This is a 1/100th scale plastic model. Alright, I'm just looking over the box a little bit. Now, later in the video, you'll see that I actually go with my own custom paint scheme on this thing later. But we'll get around to that. I'm not going to be talking throughout the whole video. I'm just going to chime in with some comments and my thoughts on the build as we go. The rest of it will be nice pretty music to entertain everybody while the video plays. I had fun building this thing. It was not my favorite model build I've done. I haven't done a ton of model kit builds. I've done my fair share, but I am by no means what I would call particularly good at building models. I am very much an amateur, as I'm sure several parts of this video will confirm. I'm very much an amateur, but it's a fun hobby I have, so I go with it. Sorry if my commentary is a little rambly. This is totally unscripted as I watch myself build the model kit. Now, most of the models I've done are like the high grade or master grade Gunpla builds, and this was a very different experience from that, because both the older and I've had a little bit of trouble with some of the older ones, but a lot of the newer ones especially are very good about having the pieces that just snap together, no questions asked. But this particular model did not snap together at all. I'm not sure if it was supposed to or if it was designed to be one that you need to glue together, but I used my fair share of super glue putting this thing together, and I glued my fingers together several times, but that's okay. It was all worth it, and it was a lot of fun to do. I wasn't super impressed with the plastic this particular model was made out of, and I don't know if it's just age that caused it to be so delicate, or if it's just a naturally delicate plastic. But this plastic was not very sturdy, and I accidentally snapped pieces I wasn't supposed to several times, lending more credibility to my rookie position, my amateur model building badge. But despite the few breaks I had in the kit, I was able to glue it back together, and I think the final product ended up well, not exactly right. It ended up all right, and you know, a little bit of loss of articulation, but that's okay. That is okay. So yeah, I guess I will chime back in once something else that catches my interest comes up, and I'll definitely chime back in for when I'm doing the paint job later. So anyway, let the music roll. Now, several times throughout the video, and there'll be plenty more to come, I promise, you'll notice a crossfade appear over the video track. I cut the video in several places to save on time and remove bits where I either was distracted and looking at something else while working on the model, or where a piece was giving me trouble, and I sat there for any amount of times either studying the instructions that came with the model, or just constantly trying to refit the piece and removing and replacing it over and over and over again. So if you ever notice a jump cut, or not a jump cut, a crossfade or a series of crossfades, just know that's why, and that it was done to try and keep the video moving at a decent pace and avoid it being an hour-long video.